Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Passage Podcast, where we improve English through meaningful and real-life conversations that help you speak more naturally and confidently in your everyday life, no matter where you are or who you are talking to.
And this is the place where you don't just learn English as a subject, but you actually experience it through conversations that feel real, relatable, and easy to understand, so you can start using English without hesitation.
Have you ever walked into a gym for the very first time, looked around at all the machines, the confident people, and the fast-paced environment, and suddenly felt like you don't belong there because everyone else seems to know exactly what they are doing?
And in that exact moment, you're just standing near the entrance, holding your water bottle a little too tightly, pretending to check your phone while actually observing everything around you and wondering how to even begin.
That situation is so common, and even the most confident people have felt this way at some point in their lives, although they may not openly talk about it.
And what makes it even more challenging is not just understanding the gym environment, but also figuring out what to say in English when you need help, want to talk to a trainer, or even start a small conversation with someone nearby.
So, in today's episode, we are going to walk you through a complete journey, from your first step into the gym to confidently speaking with a trainer, and even making casual conversation, so that you never feel lost or silent again.
And Mira, I really like this format because we're not just teaching phrases, we're actually showing a real-life story where listeners can imagine themselves in the situation and naturally absorb the language.
So let's take a deeper look at Ria's experience, because her journey is something that many of our listeners can relate to, especially when they are stepping into a new environment where both language and situation feel unfamiliar at the same time.
As Ria enters the gym, she hears the sound of weights clanking, people talking, and machines running. And although the atmosphere feels energetic and motivating, it also feels slightly overwhelming because everything is happening so quickly.
She slows down her steps, looks around carefully, and tries to understand what others are doing, while quietly thinking to herself whether she should ask someone for help or try to figure things out on her own.
But then she reminds herself that everyone was a beginner once, and it's completely okay to ask questions, especially when you are learning something new in a different language.
So she walks up to the front desk and says, "Hi, good morning. This is actually my first day at the gym, and I was hoping you could guide me through the basic process because I'm not very familiar with how everything works here."
That sentence is excellent because it clearly explains her situation, asks for help politely, and shows that she is willing to learn rather than staying silent.
The staff member smiles in a friendly way and says, "Welcome. Don't worry at all. I'll walk you through everything step by step so you can feel comfortable and confident."
Now, as they walk around the gym, Ria notices different machines, and instead of staying confused, she starts asking questions one by one in a calm and respectful manner.
She points to a machine and says, "Excuse me, I've seen people using this machine, but I'm not really sure what it does, so could you explain how it works and what it is mainly used for?"
The trainer replies, "Of course, this is a treadmill, and it's mainly used for walking, jogging, or running, depending on your fitness level and comfort."
Ria listens carefully and then asks another question. "And if I want to start slowly, what speed would you recommend for someone who is just beginning?"
That follow-up question is very natural, and it shows curiosity as well as a desire to do things correctly.
Then she looks at another machine and says, "I'm a little unsure about this one, so could you please show me how to use it properly and safely so I don't accidentally hurt myself?"
That sentence is extremely practical because it combines politeness, safety awareness, and clarity all in one.
After observing her interest and willingness to learn, The trainer asks Rhea about her fitness goals so he can create a suitable routine for her.
And this is where many learners struggle, because they either give very short answers or feel unsure about how to explain their goals clearly in English.
Rhea pauses for a moment to organize her thoughts and then says, I would like to improve my overall fitness, become more active in my daily routine, and gradually lose some weight. But I also want to make sure that I stay consistent and don't lose motivation after a few weeks.
That is a beautifully structured sentence because it expresses not just the goal, but also the concern and long-term intention.
The trainer nods and says, That's a very realistic goal, and I'll design a simple routine that you can follow comfortably without feeling overwhelmed.
Now let's move forward in the story, where Rhea is trying to use a machine independently, but she suddenly feels confused about the settings and buttons.
She presses one button, waits, presses another, and then stops, realizing that something doesn't feel right and she might be doing it incorrectly.
This is the moment where people usually pretend they understand everything, even when they don't. But Rhea chooses a better approach, and she turns to the person next to her and says, Excuse me, I'm really sorry to bother you, but could you please help me understand how to adjust this machine? Because I think I might be doing something wrong. That sentence is polite, respectful, and very effective in real-life situations.
The person smiles and says, No problem at all. I can show you how to adjust it properly so it feels comfortable for you.
After receiving help, Rhea starts feeling more relaxed, and she realizes that people at the gym are actually quite friendly and supportive.
She smiles and says, By the way, do you come here regularly, or have you also joined recently, like me?
The person replies, I've been coming here for a few months now, so I'm quite used to the routine and the environment.
Rhea responds, That's really nice to hear. I just started today, so I'm still trying to understand how everything works and build a routine that I can follow consistently.
And just like that, a simple conversation turns into a comfortable interaction, and suddenly the gym feels like a welcoming place instead of an intimidating one.
One important thing to understand is that communication is not about using difficult words or perfect grammar, but about expressing your thoughts clearly and confidently in a way that others can understand.
Even if your sentences are simple, what really matters is your tone, your confidence, and your willingness to speak instead of staying silent.
So the next time you go to a gym or any new place, try to speak at least 1 or 2 full sentences, because that small step can make a big difference in your confidence.
What do you think about this topic? Share your thoughts in the comments.
We would truly love to hear your thoughts, your experiences, or even your own gym stories in the comments, because sharing your ideas is also a great way to practice English in a simple and meaningful way.
And if you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who is also trying to improve their English while building confidence in real-life situations.
And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the English Passage podcast, so you never miss an episode where you can learn English in a natural, relaxed, and enjoyable way.